devastating tornado. I won't be surprised if Weather Service ends up making it one of the higher categories, but that'll be several days. They have to survey the damage. Most of you all have at least witnessed the damage. It's devastating for the people who have lost property. It's even more devastating for people who have lost loved ones. It traveled a traditional southwest to northeast track from either western Pulaski County, maybe even into Saline County down there, and all the way up through Faulkner, White, then got into the Jackson County area. Areas around Newport and Tuckerman were reporting fall. And then the storm, we've got huge flooding reported in Clay County, which is as far as you can go, and still be in Arkansas to the northeast. So even in those areas that didn't actually have tornadic activity, had weather-related activity that requires some attention. So we'll have some damage over and above the tornadic damage, like flooding. In terms of warning, it varies. I've talked to some people who said they had 15, 20, 30 minutes warning based on the media. A lot of people got a lot of warnings. One lady that actually died was in a safe room, a built safe room. It's still there. And how she died was apparently, I talked to her son, and apparently some debris caved the door of the safe room in. But the house is totally gone, and the only thing standing there is the safe room, but the door's gone. Now, how that happens, I mean, somebody goes to the trouble to have a safe room and get in the safe room and they're not safe. Mother Nature and a tornado is sometimes you can't explain. Don't have a count on injuries or missing. We're trying to get a handle on the missing part. That's the most important right now. The injured folks are obviously being treated. And we don't have a number, unless you do, we don't have a number on injured and missing right now. Both the presidents has called and the Secretary of Homeland Security. FEMA director will be on the ground here this afternoon. All the resources that need to be dispatched will be dispatched, and if more are needed, they will be dispatched. The county judge, the mayors, the local OES folks will ask for whatever their needs are, and then we'll respond accordingly. We can't say this yet, but I'm sure we'll apply for it. Based on preliminary looks, it looks like we'll have an individual assistance claim as well as a public assistance claim. That means that some people get covered up to certain amounts if their insurance doesn't cover it, or sometimes even if they don't have insurance. There's a limit on that, but there's ability to be able to provide that. Now the feds do that, and Senator Pryor can certainly help and open the doors, but so far FEMA's been very responsive. All the agencies, all the city and county officials, all the public official volunteers from other places have been augmented to a huge degree by just plain old Arkansas citizens that want to volunteer and want to help. I've seen them load up their pickups and throw their chainsaws in the back and just come and start working, cutting trees apart that have blocked the roadway. And then obviously we've got all the utility crews and the telecommunications folks. We've obviously got a lot of experience with tornadoes. Any tornado is bad, particularly if it's a direct hit on something. But just looking at the damage, this may be one of the strongest that we've seen. And preliminarily, we haven't done any records check, but it looks like this is the largest loss of life that we've seen in one tornado incident since I've been. Arkansans are resilient, and they do work together, and neighbors help neighbors, and other communities help other communities, and we're seeing that here, and we expect to see it continuing in the days to come.